Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Anything Bowl Where Anything Goes. My name is Miguel.
I'm Brendan.
Welcome to episode 84, folks. Today, we have a very interesting episode, including more Godzilla. After last week with Godzilla Minus One, we
Who
finally
could have
saw
guessed?
a really interesting movie in May, December from Netflix, a strange streaming movie that really neither of us enjoyed.
No.
We're going to talk a little bit about
interesting.
some Deadpool leaks, Christmas movies a little bit, and then we're going to devolve into some crazy random shit, because that's
Yeah.
what we usually do. We'll probably yell about Disney again, too.
Ooh, fuck them.
No, Bob Iger specifically. Brendan?
Yeah.
How's your day? How you feeling?
Pretty good.
Pretty good?
Got a lot of energy. Recording later than usual.
yeah.
So, like,
Very late.
this
I'm
is
not
more,
a huge
it's
fan.
8 o'clock. It's not bad.
It's not. No, but usually, like, I was telling Timmy, usually Saturday is like 6 a.m. to 2:30 every day for the last, like, year and a half.
For work, you need to specify.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. Today I was there until 7, man. That's a lot. I'm tired. Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Okay.
What's first?
You said it, not me.
Gojira.
Godzilla.
Yeah. That's how they pronounce it. Brendan.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning, America.
Godzilla Minus One.
Yeah.
On a budget of $15 million.
Less than 15. Director came out today saying it's even less.
Less than $15 million. So
Yeah.
far has made in one weekend or in 1 week internationally $20 million. So it's already made all of its money back, including
It's
marketing.
the most successful Japanese movie ever to be released in America.
Yes, it is. What did you think? What was the story like?
I'm not
Did
going to start
you-
going to the theater to watch Japanese movies.
No, me neither.
Because that was a bit rough at some points.
Yeah.
I'm going to start off with the bad and then get into the good because there's way more good than bad.
There is a lot of really good. I will also say the tomato meter is a 97 with an audience score of 98.
My problem with it is I don't usually watch a lot of Japanese media in general.
Yeah, me neither.
So I always thought that when I
Not
saw
anime
some
people
really
anymore.
bad like animes or something like that, and people are like, what, huh? I'm like, this is so cringe. That's just how Japanese people speak. Like that was happening in the movie, and I'm like,
The way they emoted and the way they
Yeah.
expressed emotion was very over the top. It kind of felt like a theater thing.
it
where
felt like
on
a soap
theater-
opera or something at
Yes,
sometimes.
Like,
And
like
I'm
in, a,
like,
in a play, you're going to have to be up on stage and you have to emote
yeah.
hardcore. The makeup has to be very intense because it has to travel all the way to the back. This felt like that, only like it's on a really big screen.
But what happened with it is that I don't listen to people speaking Japanese fluently ever, so I don't know if that was considered bad acting or if I'm just not used to hearing it.
we
But I
have no
will
idea.
say, as the movie went on,
What you
either
got
I
into
got
it,
used to it
it was
or
pretty good.
I noticed it less because it wasn't happening as much. Like
It
just,
was just everything was very intense. Everything that came out of their mouths, everything they said, everything that they were trying to emote or relay to the audience was
Yeah.
very like, this is the biggest thing that's ever happened in the history of the world.
yeah,
I was like, you got blown away by Godzilla.
there was
That is pretty cool.
one massive plot hole that really bothered me the whole movie.
I have to add a disclaimer. I did fall asleep for about 20 minutes, smack dab in the middle. Yes. I did.
Okay.
I basically I fell asleep and I woke up and she was flying in the air. I was like,
Do you know why you fell asleep?
Why?
Because it was too long of the dramatic story of just his shit
Yeah.
in between the beginning and that. There's like fucking like 40 minutes between when you
100%.
like see
let's be
Godzilla
honest,
again.
There's no. It's a Godzilla movie only in name. Like he only shows up a little bit. When he shows up, it's really fucking cool. But this is really just like a human war drama.
What's crazy is it felt like an American action movie,
Yeah.
but more so than the American Godzilla movies do because they treat
Yes.
it differently
Well, 'cause
because
now-
it's Godzilla.
Yeah. Now Godzilla is just like
So like,
you saw the Godzilla. X
I know
Kong
people are gonna
trailer.
hate this, but what?
You saw the Godzilla X Kong trailer. He's just he's just an over the top CG monster.
Yeah. Oh, and
him and fucking King Kong was
with his
robotic
fucking
arm.
Spy Kids 3 glove that
Oh
he's
yeah.
gonna like.
yeah. And Godzilla's pink now.
Yeah. Well, I do like the pink.
The pink
but,
is pretty cool. Super Saiyan Rose. I
yeah.
like seeing that comparison. Anyway, very dramatic.
But he lived with this woman for like 3 years.
Bro, she just
And there was no sexual tension
None whatsoever.
whatsoever?
Nope. he was very depressed. They were like, "You should have killed yourself," and he was like, "Maybe I really should."
Maybe I should, but like you can't like look over at someone like once in 3 years and be like, you know, I'm a little horny tonight, and we've known each other for 3 years. You
I
know?
think
like-
it's funny that like the way that this, because I watched Jeremy John's movie review YouTuber. I saw his review of Godzilla Minus One before we saw it. And he's like, yeah, this woman just like appears in his life, and I was like, there's no way. It's
yeah,
that
and she
simple.
just stays there.
She
like
literally just does. They literally like run into each other in a market, and she was like, "I have this kid. You're gonna help me take care of it." And he was
Is
like,
that your kid? No.
He was like, "I guess it's my daughter now." Only it's not.
The fucking neighbor who looked like a 50-year-old woman in the first 5 minutes
And then
of
the
the
rest of
movie,
the
and then
movie,
she
she
was
looks
like
like a regular
30.
person?
Yeah,
I was
like what
like,
happened? Like
the
that
fuck is
bomb
that?
fucked you up.
Yeah, that was really fucked. I thought it was really wild. Like the way that they convey the the current standings of the country at that point, because they were like, the whole point is
Yeah.
Japan was at 0 and then Godzilla makes them -1 because things are so bad.
Is
The way
that
they
what it
just show-
was? I
yes.
did not get that
The
title.
way that it.
I'm
way that
sitting
they
there, I'm
show
like,
it is like-
Godzilla minus is because he went down like -1 mile.
No.
Like
It's because Japan was. They were like after the bombs dropped and everything was really shitty. Like when he literally lived in like a rubble
Yeah.
house that was taped together.
so shouldn't the title be Godzilla 1, Japan 0?
No. It's Japan. It's everyone else won Japan.
It was also really
-2.
weird seeing a kamikaze pilot almost like glorified in the first
Yeah.
couple minutes of the film because like I know it's their history, so they're more likely to do that. But a lot of countries like Germany and stuff after World War II just are just like, yeah, we don't really like to talk about that because we fucked up.
Yeah,
And
we just
Japan was
tried
just like, you
You didn't.
you
kill
dishonored
yourself.
your family by
You
not
should have
killing.
fucking killed
You should have
yourself.
been at Pearl Harbor, okay?
I think the lead actor. I don't know any of these people's names.
Do not even try. Don't try.
I don't have enough love for Godzilla as a character yet. Like I like the newer ones.
Yeah.
I don't have enough love for him to be like, oh, let me find out about all the actors' names.
Yeah.
But the way that he shows up in the first scene and they're like, oh, what happened? He's like, my ship didn't work. I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
I couldn't go through with it. I
See,
was like,
the entire thing going through my mind at that point, I'm like, are these motherfuckers really going to introduce a character that's going to seem like a main character and kill him off in the
yeah.
first 10 minutes? And he survived. I'm like, oh, okay.
he shows up and they're like, no, go back.
Yeah, go back. Go
Finish
kill
what you were
yourself.
doing.
And he's just like, my plane didn't work, man. Well, what can I tell you? He's like, your plane looked fine to me. Nah, man. That plane don't work.
That plane don't work whatsoever. Okay, so let's talk about
The
big one.
Godzilla himself.
Godzilla himself.
Yes. The man, the myth, the lizard.
The lizard who's only been in 50 fucking movies. Right, we'll go start to finish how we think about him. I think in the first bit was probably the most cartoony bit. He looked really cool, especially in the dark. But I think it's one thing to be like, he is the size of a skyscraper, or he's a CG monster running. And it's another thing to be like, he's a lizard, but he's kind of a little tall.
A little tall.
And he's kind of
Would you say 20 feet's just a little tall for a lizard?
well, compared to like other, like it's basically End Godzilla, beginning Godzilla.
I love the beginning Godzilla because the way that they directed that whole beginning,
Yeah, it was pretty fucking
it
cool.
felt more like a found footage thing, even though it wasn't,
Yes.
because like Godzilla was all like in your face and it was whatever, and they made
They
him seem
finessed with
small.
that fucking budget so
They
well.
did so. Okay, so here's my
He's
big
just
thing.
like never in it.
He was
But then when he is.
definitely CG at points in that movie, but there were times where I wasn't
Rubber
sure if it
suit
was in
man.
a suit or not, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
How it's not like I went, oh man, that's a guy in a suit in this shot. It's like that. It's like you genuinely had me so unsure in every shot
Yeah.
of what it was because the CG was that good.
Yep.
And it's not like it's like, oh, it's bad because of whatever. Like I've seen some of the older Godzilla movies and everything, so I remember him like that. His
can't be.
arms did not bend at the elbow. They were like this the whole time, and then
Yes.
he'd swipe out a plane, and it would come up like this, but it would like cut away so you couldn't see it, and it'd be back
and
to
then
here.
Godzilla would be
And
like
you're
this.
like, I got a big head and tiny arms.
then they
He's
go
got a
up to each other
small
and go-
head actually. Yeah. And it's just his design was just
fucking cool.
campy enough for you to
Can
take him
we-
seriously the whole time. It was the only Godzilla I've ever genuinely been
Yes.
like scared of.
Yes,
Like
genuinely,
Yeah.
moderately terrifying. The
Yeah.
thing that really got me was the eyes, because his eyes never blinked and his eyes were always dead.
Like the rubber suit.
Yes.
Yeah.
If it was at nighttime and he's killing people, he's like dead eyes.
Yeah.
If it's the daytime and he's swimming through and they're like dropping the bombs and stuff, he's like
I like
Dead
that
eyes.
every time he got damaged, he's got regeneration, but it still he scars.
it's fucking cool.
So it's
his
horrifying.
regeneration. The animation was really cool because it was
Yeah.
like weird and bubbly.
I mean,
and
like
kinda
spoiler warning if you haven't noticed already, but the
fuck
way that they
you've
like
already seen this movie. Fuck a spoiler.
Britney
warning.
Spears his head. You don't know watch South Park. She blew her brains out but survived, but it was only the jaw down, and that's what happened to
Oh, then
Godzilla.
it goes back. Yeah.
Because like
Can we just talk about the big thing already?
What?
The thing that I've been dying to talk about?
it's not Godzilla the big thing.
The beam. So first, right from the beginning, I really like so we'll
That's why he was scary.
our biggest comparison is going to be right. It's to the modern Godzilla, because
Yeah.
those are the movies that we talked about last week. Look
Yeah.
at the bio, and the ones that are fresh in our minds because we haven't gone back and watched the ones from the 50s.
No.
I love the new one. It's cool because it like lights up and it lights up his back, and then he goes blah. In this one, it's like spike, 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 spike.
Yeah.
and then it's
it felt like a toy almost.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's this powerful fucking scream, but it's like a quick scream, and then it goes shoot, and then kaboom.
So
It's so
this is going to
fucking
sound
loud.
terrible, but it is
no.
what it is. They made a nuclear bomb like they knew what it felt like. I have never seen a nuclear. I warned you, but it's the only way I can describe it.
That's so fucked up.
I have never felt a nuclear bomb in a movie before, and when that shit went off, I could feel my heart like start racing. Like it was intense. They knew what should fucking happen until it got to his wife getting yeeted a mile that way and a mile that way, and she's like, "I got a broken arm."
That scene was funny. All right, so right, the scene that I remember because again I fell asleep. This is the part where I fell asleep, and when I woke up when he was in the city,
Yeah.
and he's knocking shit down, and then he goes, pissed, spikes, scream, and then it's this fucking wave, man. It's not like the new ones where it's just like laser or something's broken.
Yeah.
It's like it's a shot missile.
Oh, it's quick. It's not just
explodes, yeah.
like okay. The best
Hold
way
on,
to
wait.
describe it is the other one is Dragon Ball, and this is
Exactly,
not.
Yes. The other one is literally a Kamehameha, and this one is a Hadouken. This one it shoots and it hits, and then it's a genuine bomb that explodes in a circle.
Mushroom cloud and all.
And then and then the cloud goes out, and then his wife goes, "Oh my god!" And it looks like somebody went like this, or she went.
You know,
her arms were just.
It's literally she was on a rope and someone went pull, and the guy went got you and just yanked that bitch.
He yanked that bitch like she knew what a nuclear bomb felt like.
Tell me I'm wrong though.
That's pretty good. So I like that now we can sit here and be like, I know when there's a short that's coming. And Brendan's sitting here thinking right now, he's like, how am I going to edit this to make this funny as fuck? 12,000 views. Here we go.
Fucking bomb. I do want to talk about the one, like, it's not a controversial thing or anything. We'll get back to the main story, but like, it's not good, it's not bad, is what I meant. She's got Godzilla disease at the end of the movie, where she got a little bit of like venom in her neck, and she can regenerate, which is why I'm assuming she survived. How that happened by getting hit with a bomb, I don't know.
Me.
Does that mean everybody else who got hit with that
Godzilla
bomb?
energy?
Is the next movie going to be Godzilla and the Godzilla zombies? Because that would be legitimately horrifying.
Yes, it would be. There's a couple questions that I have going forward, right? If we're gonna jump to the end, that's probably my least favorite part of the movie because I have no idea what the fuck Godzilla's on. What are they gonna do? How do they? Because then they're gonna be like, well, it's from the smoke, but everybody got the smoke. So is our main guy, whose name I can't remember, also got Godzilla zombies?
I mean, they all have radiation poisoning anyway.
Yes,
they're
again,
just
another
standing
fucking
on that
instance of
shit.
them going, man, radiation around here is crazy.
Yeah.
And not a single person is like, I am now infertile. I have
a lot of cancer.
No, but then it's also, this is the thing that I've been thinking, if you want to prepare yourself for good quality sleep, that's okay. The thing that I've been thinking about the most, what could the title for the sequel be?
Godzilla Minus 2, are you kidding me?
But but then that defeats the purpose, right?
Why?
How can things, it
How
could
can
be
things
one
get
thing if
worse?
things go from bad to worse, and then they're like, Godzilla's dead, they're going to start to get better. But you can't really grip someone to be like, look, things are getting better, there's stakes, here's something you could lose. If you're like, things were bad, then they were worse, and now they're really fucking bad because Godzilla zombies.
Godzilla Patient Zero.
But then it's a bad movie because then it's drama and zombie Godzilla.
No,
Godzilla.
they treat it like the zombie ghost in Lord of the Rings. It's just a horde. They have no personality, and it's still focused on Isaiah.
Did you say Isaiah? Did you mean Godzilla? That's a personal joke. Isaiah's our friend. Isaiah's actually in episode 50?
Is he?
The Big Move, 34.
Oh, yeah.
The Big Move, link in the bio.
So you just got big Godzilla.
Isaiah.
You just see this mass, like, wave of just people running, and
zombies.
it's not really individual zombies. It's more of an entity as a whole.
Hive mind.
Yeah.
I'm excited. What else about the story did I like? I really did like the dramatics of the human story. It sucks because I'm such an old man, and when we go, all right, the movie starts at 9:30. I'm walking in there going, I'm fucking tired, and I can't drink an energy drink because then I'm just not going to sleep. But the parts that I do remember, were fucking cute. Like when he got his little like work posse, they were all cool, and then they're like, hey, is that your daughter? He's like, no, it's not my right. In this tiny like one room house, he's like, that's not my fucking daughter. What about her? Is she your wife? That's not my fucking wife. I don't even like that. What the fuck? He's like, I don't fucking care about them. And then the poor daughter's like, Daddy.
He's like, shut the fuck up, kid. I told you not to call me
You're
that.
not my fucking daughter. I don't care.
You're just garbage. I found you in the rubble.
Your mother found me in
You're
a
just a
fucking
bomb
market.
baby.
But then in the end, he's like, here's all the money that I have. I'm going to go kill myself now. Give it to my daughter.
I like how she gave back the kid, but not the money.
Finesse. Respect.
Don't. I like how in the middle of the movie, they straight up just took the plot of Jaws and made it a Godzilla movie.
Yes.
With like crew and all.
Yeah.
It was fucking hilarious. And I love
then there's so many bombs. There's so much focus on bombs in this movie. Understandably so.
Yeah.
But the whole middle is like, hey, you have a job now where you're going to get bombs.
Yeah.
He's like,
okay.
All right, well. And then in the end, they're like, we're going to.
Cartoons led me to believe that minds were much more sensitive.
Yes. I think it's one of my favorite bits in the movie, besides Godzilla as a whole, is in the end when they're like, we got these 2 giant ships and we're trying to hook Godzilla, and somehow they're trying to convince you that, like, yes, the ships will move that quickly. Yeah. And then they're like, oh my God, the help. It's just like, it's a Star Wars moment where there's 50 ships coming over the thing, and every single one of them
Han Solo there, just like, I arrived, guys.
No, it's the moment where Lando's like, hey, guys, it's me. in episode 9, it's the
episode 6.
Oh, no, I'm specifically thinking about when they're like, we're going to fight every ship that has a Death Star on it.
Oh, yes, that one. Okay.
That's what it felt like.
Okay.
Where they're like, look, we're all the people here. And I was like, I recognize one of you. What do you mean?
You reminded me of also the biggest plot hole ever.
Oh, God.
They're like, we need to sink Isaac. It's the same fucking name. It's just the beginning is different.
Oh my God. Once again, I say it's a friend of ours. We need to see.
God damn it.
We gotta call him after this. That's.
This is so hard.
I don't know why it's so. Why is it so hard?
I don't know.
You want to call him Gotti?
Godzilla, they wanted to sink him and then bring him back to the surface.
Yes.
And then at 700 feet down, they went, oh, fuck.
A bomb.
He stopped. We have to pull it, and these boats can't do it. And then the moment you mentioned arrived, where everybody, I'm still crying, everyone showed up.
Him and they tried to pull him out?
But then they cut to all the boats tied to the big boats. And I'm like, mother, you just tied 40 boats to a cruiser. I mean, a battleship.
That takes, and Godzilla
he's been there at least like 4 hours. Like, this was not a quick thing.
No. And then he's just, why did they pull him out of the water?
Because they wanted to compress him by using the water pressure and then bring him up as quick as possible to decompress him and make him explode. And what happened is he went about halfway up, so then he came up just covered in tumors because he like kind of like exploded. And then they kamikazed his mouth, but he's still alive.
He is alive because he was regenerating.
Yes, because he's cell. He's a lizard who can regenerate from one cell.
This is the only thing that I hate about this movie, right? If I were to give this a rank from 1 to 10, I'd probably give it about 8.5, 9.
Yeah.
Or if we're going to go 1 to 100, I'd say like it's an 87. The thing that brings it down for me a little bit is the amount of fucking Marvel-esque teases of them being like, no, there's more. I understand there's more. Godzilla's been around for fucking like 60 years.
Yeah.
I get there's going to be more. You don't need to tell me like, he's regenerating.
No, it could have ended.
Yeah, that could have been it. Or them being like, look, it's a nice reunion. And then.
You know what would be really funny? They just make him Baby Kong. Baby Godzilla.
Why is this so difficult?
I don't know. I don't want to say.
Baby Kong is in the new movie,
but he's not. So the director came out and said that the big one, the orangutan, is not from Toro or whatever it's called, the Japanese company or whoever like made it. It's a brand new character that they designed, and people believe that because the baby is also orange, it's not actually him. It's the son of the orangutan,
which makes more sense.
But he, based on how everything's going, he may raise him as like a baby Kong because it makes more sense. Since when you watch the first Kong, you're like, he's the last of his kind. Yeah. So who the fuck would he have fucked?
No, it's definitely gonna be like, oh look, it's a baby. Oh, my dad's doing bad stuff.
Yeah.
You're my son now. Okay, Dad. Show me how to be another Kong, and then we'll go another 20 years in the future, and he's like...
And I got this beard, and I got this glove, because that's the other thing. They assume that he's going to fight the monkey early on in the movie and lose, which is why he needs the gauntlet to help his hand, which means that someone's going to have to sit there in a lab, take a picture of King Kong, now I want to say it, of King Kong,
To design a
and
little
measure out
brace,
his hand and design a metal glove.
a hand brace.
And then you also have to look at this feral creature and be like, don't move.
How are we
I'm going to
this
put on a glove.
Please.
I don't know if you've ever
God.
seen a dog or cat wearing boots, but they don't like it.
You ever try to cut a cat's nails?
Thought you were going to say in half, and I was very scared.
That's not what I was trying to say.
No, but I've tried to cut a dog's nails, and they also don't like it, but eventually they give up.
No animals really like it, let's be honest.
Why are you touching my feet, man? Get off. How would you feel if I just walked up to you and grabbed your toe and went, I'm going to cut it?
No, see, you go up to me, you grab my toe, and then I'm like, what are you? You're like, stop it. Behave. I'm just cutting your toes. You like this. This is for your health.
I don't like
And I'm
this.
sitting here going,
Fuck you.
and you're like, you're misbehaving. Fuck you. Sit still. That's what that.
Yeah.
So Godzilla Minus One. I say an 87. What would you? Well, 90. Make it even. 9 out of 10.
I was good with 87.
Really?
Yeah.
87
It's solid, but it's a little
across the
slow at times. This people thing is like, as far as a people movie goes, with people movie,
as far as a regular movie goes, without a big lizard,
people stories in a Godzilla movie, it was definitely compelling. I would definitely say it's the best Godzilla movie I've seen.
Agreed.
So
the only thing that comes close is Godzilla versus Kong, and that's just a CG slock fest.
Yeah. So
A lot of fun.
So yeah, I don't know where to go from there.
All right, so now we'll go on to the other movie, right? So a new thing we're doing on the Anything Bowl, which, as you can see, is mainly Marvel and Star Wars, and now Godzilla is a tentpole of us for some fucking reason because people like it, and other random little shit. Now we're going to start watching random streaming movies every now and then. Oh, really only stuff that's trending, because we watched The Killer and people fucking loved it. I think it did like 9,000 views.
Who didn't?
So, streaming movie. We watched The Killer, did very well for us.
Yeah.
We watched, I think it was the number 4 trending movie, but I'll double check. Brandon, what was the name of the movie?
May December.
Who's in it?
Natalie Portman and redheaded lady whose name I forget.
Yeah, it's still number 4 on trending. Godzilla Minus One is still number 1.
What's her name? Google. What are you Googling over there if it's not the movie?
Natalie Portman, Julianne Moore.
Julianne Moore.
Corey
There you
Michael
go.
Smith.
Yes.
Brother
Really stalling
Georgie.
us here, man. What's going on?
I'm sorry. Can you guess, right? So the budget of Godzilla Minus One is $15 million. A movie that is phenomenal from front to back. Not perfect, but pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
What is the budget of May December? A Netflix streaming movie that is literally nothing but people looking at each other and talking, and then weird.
Because it's got 2 high-end actresses, I'm going to say 50.
20.
Okay.
But it's fresh on a 92. Audience score 74.
Who's watching this movie?
So, right, first of all, this is not our wheelhouse.
It's a chick flick.
Is it?
It's
Right, we're not saying chick flick as like a.
It feels like
It's
if
not
someone
a
wrote a Hallmark
derogatory
movie,
term.
but then also
No,
got the writers
not at all.
of Black Mirror to come in
Yes.
and just twist it up a little bit.
Getting there. I'm not saying chick flick derogatory, right? It's more like
I'm saying it was not made for us.
Yes, exactly. It is a specific genre of film that I was young with my mother. I love.
Per se, a
27
chick.
Dresses.
I mean, a
How
flick.
to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. Some of my favorite movies of all time.
Those are good movies.
Yes.
Rom-coms are
This
good.
is not.
This is not. Yeah.
This movie, holy shit. So first of all, right, on a premise of glorifying a 40-something-year-old woman fucking a 12-year-old in a pet store and then getting pregnant in jail, and then a woman coming along like 20 years later to be like, I want to make a movie and play you.
It's not the best one of those movies.
It's a very specific genre to have. It's not a good genre to be in. I don't understand how you take 2 high-profile actresses like this and they both go, yeah, that makes total sense. I fucking love this character.
Mm-hmm. So who do I play? Oh, I play the old woman who fucks the 12-year-old. And who do I play? Well, you play the actress.
Moore.
You play the actress who starts to fall in love with the idea of fucking a 12-year-old boy and then reenact it.
Produced by Will Ferrell.
Please don't. What? I thought you were gonna say Will Smith, and I'm like, don't bring him up. And then that's a Will Ferrell thing. You know what my dad's watching right now? It's a Will Ferrell show where he needs a psychiatrist, and Paul Rudd's his psychiatrist. And every time I walk in, it's not funny. It's very serious. It's a very serious show.
The other producer is the same person that produced Holmes and Watson, the movie that we watched and walked out of.
That explains
So much.
so much.
It's a bad movie.
Who is that guy? Take away his producing
Her
license.
name is Jessica Elbaum. Director is Todd Haynes.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Not Jessica Alba. Jessica Albaum.
Elbaum.
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 Like her movies. They bomb.
What is this guy also known for? Let's see.
The guy? This is going to sound really racist, but
director.
like it's... Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say the boy.
I don't recognize a single fucking thing that he's made here.
The guy, the only high-profile thing that he could be in is Crazy Rich Asians. And I don't think he was in it.
I recognize him.
He looks kind of like the guy from Crazy Rich Asians, but it's not him.
He has that face. Recognizable face. Charles Melton.
You had to make sure about that, though.
He was in things like Bad Boys for Life.
Bad.
Riverdale.
Bad.
Untitled fourth Bad Boys film.
God, what? Who was he in 3 that he's coming back?
K-pop, Lost in America. The Sun is also a star. Nothing good.
No, that sounds awful. That sounds really fucking bad. Speaking of Natalie Portman, though, did you hear she wants to come back for Star Wars?
I did. I watched that clip today. Makes me very happy. How the fuck they're going to fit her in back into Star Wars and actually make it something worthwhile and do something?
Yeah.
Without it being fan service? Good luck.
Yeah, it's not going to work.
We're going to talk about that later on. I want to talk about the new Rey movie.
I want more in-depth relationship between Padme and Jar Jar. That's what we all need.
So May, December. What a fucking...
Bad title?
Bad title. Has nothing to do with the fucking...
Is anyone named May or December in this
or
movie?
Does it take place between May and December? Because she's only there for a week. So it really couldn't
That took
have.
place in a week?
Yes.
It was a long fucking week.
So Timmy and I...
She fell in love and fucked that woman's husband in a week.
She didn't fall in love. It was character research. She was deliberately trying to be like, what does his penis feel
Now,
like?
I saw her fantasized in that like pet shop.
Before he backed up and just showed full dick.
Full hard penis. Full penis.
The way that I describe this to Timmy and to you and now is the first quarter sucked. I think it's shot on film.
Penis?
I'm pretty positive it's shot on film, or it's like a filter thrown onto a digital camera.
I didn't notice that at all.
There's this grain all over this fucking movie that it's not an artistic thing. It's so annoying because it's just randomly intense. Like it'll be like, oh, here's a shot of the garage. The sun is beaming. Grain. Hate it. Okay. The first quarter of the movie, hated it.
Yeah.
The middle, right? The middle quarter, the middle half had me because I was like, man, he's gonna kill himself, or the wife is gonna go crazy and fucking kill the actress, or the actress is gonna lose it and get too lost in the role. Somebody's gonna kill themselves, or somebody's gonna die.
Yeah.
And then the last quarter was fucking garbage because she was like, I'm gonna fuck him. They're gonna try to redeem the wife and be like, oh no, she's a mastermind. She got Georgie to tell her whatever she wanted for whatever. And then they're gonna end on this really weird scene of her acting out with this really weird lisp that I didn't fucking. Why was she like, touch my snake? My snake is really nice. My snake, he's not gonna bite you. Can I do the scene again? Yeah, my snake is not gonna bite you. He's real. Hated it. Okay.
It was
But the
so.
middle.
She's like, can I do it again? It felt more real. I'm like, do you want to fuck this boy?
Are you trying to fuck a 12-year-old?
Why are you doing this?
I'm really confused now.
Come on, Padme. Be better.
The biggest thing that bothered me about this, right? And I'm sure it's a pull from maybe a Stanley Kubrick kind of thing, or just like weird horror movies attempting to be incredibly artistic but it not landing, is the fucking score. Because you know how deliberate it was. It would be a face and then the loudest, sharpest, angriest piano you've ever heard. Where they're not playing it, they're like, and then it moves, and then 2 minutes later you're like, oh my god, a shower. There's a car horn.
But yeah, I didn't notice it. Like I
You didn't
said,
notice the score at all?
No,
It was so
I
aggressive.
watched the first 20 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
I went, this is terrible. I started
your
going
phone?
on my phone,
Yeah.
and then I got into it more when like he started getting high on the roof with his son, and he's like, "Are we bonding?"
That
or
was
is-"
the ending. You're telling me you zoned up for like an hour and a half?
It was a bad movie.
It's not
He was
good.
like, "Oh, are we bonding right now, or am I horribly scarring you?" He's like, "It's a good moment, Dad." I'm like, "He's scarring that kid.
He's scarring the fuck out of that
fuck out of that
See,
kid."
but I appreciated that scene because in that scene you were like, all right, he never experienced this as a kid because clearly this woman raped him when he was 12 years old and he never got to experience growing up as an
He didn't
adult.
talk to his family.
No, he didn't. And he just didn't get to experience being a teenager or a young adult.
Yeah,
So he never experimented. His son is giving him weed, that thing that he never did. And then he's like bugging the fuck out on his first time getting high.
Yeah.
And the son's like, no, Dad,
Yeah, I
it's
feel
fine.
like the first time you're high, you shouldn't be on a roof.
You shouldn't be on the roof with your son in your 30s after you fucked a 40-year-old.
Yeah.
A whole lot of things you shouldn't do right off the bat. But
mean-
you know what? It's fine because it's too late.
Yeah.
And then the thing that they never elaborate on is he's texting some other woman about going to like Mexico together.
That wasn't Natalie Portman?
No,
Very unhappy, man.
he was incredible, but it's also it's like this string that they don't.
Yeah.
They make sure to focus on it in like 3 very particular scenes,
Mhm.
but then it never goes anywhere. It escalates slowly, and then they're like, "We should go to Mexico." It's just
Yeah, I
wanna
mean,
touch my snake.
it was because the woman he was with was so, like, emotionally abusive and stuff. Like, one of the scenes I started focusing on again was when she started screaming about the fact that she made a cake and no one ate it.
Oh my god.
I'm like, "Girl, I don't know if you know this or not, but cake is good for days."
It's gotta go in the garbage. You know what's another big thing, right? It looked like they lived by the beach.
Yeah.
Their house, big as shit.
Yeah.
So did she get like a bunch of deals for whatever, and that's why she can afford it? Because she
Probably wrote a book about it or
she
something. if I had to
worked
say.
at a pet store as like
Yeah.
a pseudo manager, but wasn't paid for it. She went to prison, gave birth in prison, and then married this guy. Had 3 kids.
I mean, you also forget that we live in New Jersey, so, like, you go to
Yeah,
another
not,
state,
the rest
you
of the
could
world
probably
is not like the shit that we deal with, so it is
you
different.
probably get a decent, like,
Because they were it looked to me like, all right, they're like in LBI right now. That
Yeah.
shit's expensive.
yeah, I'm not gonna say that house
That's
is
a
cheap under any
$500,000
means, but it's
house,
definitely not
yeah.
as expensive as we were thinking.
No.
Like, where does it take place? Georgia or whatever? Like, it's pretty cheap down there. Okay. Okay.
Beer's kind of hidden. I don't know.
Yeah, fucking, but it's good, right?
Good.
I told you, this is
Goes
my
down pretty
favorite one of
smooth.
the holiday pack.
Mother
Nope.
mouth.
Okay, yeah.
May December.
We gotta move on. No, this movie was garbage. We're done.
It sucks. It sucks. I hated it. But I like this. I like that we're watching things that aren't in our wheelhouse, because if we sat down and went, let's watch another Marvel movie, we'd have fun.
See, but what I hate is we could have easily went to watch Napoleon at any time and talked about that instead, but because it wasn't top trending, we decided to watch this instead. And I feel like I could have watched Napoleon a lot more. I know there were other things that came into
That's not even close to the reason that we didn't watch Napoleon. It's because we were both busy and couldn't get to the movies. Otherwise, we would be talking about that now.
but we could have watched it for like the past like 2-3 weeks now, but we
Yes.
saw Godzilla
because
instead.
Apple, it doesn't make any fucking sense. Why is Apple being like, oh yeah, Apple Plus, Apple TV Plus,
because
coming in January?
because they did it wrong. It's the same with Disney. You know, every
Yeah.
Disney movie comes out now is going to go on Disney Plus.
You want to talk about
Or-
Disney again?
Fox movie. Yeah, sure. What the fuck did Bob do?
Let's talk. Let's talk about the leaks.
Ooh.
Deadpool leaks. The leak that I saw is that Sabretooth is back, but I'm
He's
trying.
the OG Sabretooth.
Yes, he is from X-Men 1.
Yeah.
I'm trying deliberately not to look at those things because I'm sure we're going to keep seeing a bunch of good stuff.
Yeah.
Because for some fucking... I understand they don't want to shoot in the volume, but they're literally shooting
In the middle
just
of the fucking day.
big-ass field.
Yeah.
Or like a big-ass like spread in between some mountains.
Yeah.
What do you expect?
Yeah.
Because you know Marvel fans are just going to be up there and be like,
Shit, man.
a pretty good shot, man.
Yeah.
Hit up this news site, sell this fucking photo.
And it's just he put out all these fake ones and everything now just
Yeah.
to like
The fake ones are fucking funny
to
too.
make fun. There was one of them I had no idea what the hell I was even looking at. I'm like, this just looks like a regular shot. I sent you a thing a couple weeks ago where people were also making fun of it, where like Batman was on set and shit.
Yeah.
And like,
A bunch of AI generated stuff.
yeah,
Trying to find if I can actually find the regular. Oh yeah, there's one with Mickey
Mickey.
and
Yes,
Deadpool
that was a good
holding
one.
some stuff.
He is they no longer own the original Mickey.
I know it's in public domain.
Yeah,
They've been trying to fight it for years.
we could throw him right here if we want.
Boguski.
Who? It has to be Steamboat Willie though. That's the only one that's free. You don't know what he does.
No. I like that he also posted a fake symbol thing of Quibi.
Quibi.
You remember what Quibi was?
No.
It was that streaming service that was only on.
Oh
your
my
phone,
God,
where
yeah.
You could watch it in both horizontal and landscape.
I didn't know it did
They
that.
put like $1 billion into it, and they closed and they shut it down within a year.
The only reason why I knew anything about it was I believe Kevin Smith had a show that was on it, and I'm like, I'm not paying for this. Can we just talk about the balls of small streaming service sites to charge even more than the big ones? Just be like, oh man, but we got to survive. It's just like, lower your budgets on things. You're
I've
not
never seen on
Netflix.
set.
Like, if you're charging more than $5 a month and you're not a main streaming service, I'm not paying for it.
Well, it's also most of those streaming services they'll give it to you free. Like Paramount Plus and Hulu, I've tried to cancel multiple times, and they're like, "No, we'll give you 2 free months on us. Don't worry
Yeah.
about it."
My dad gets it $2 a month every month. You know why? Because he's the old guy who still calls them on the phone. He got a
wow.
salesperson.
Did he really?
He negotiated his way down to $2 a month.
Finesse.
Yeah.
We're gonna split that.
Yeah.
A little bit. I don't remember. Uh, Deadpool. I feel like there's not a lot to talk about because I don't want to look at the leaks. I don't want to look into it and learn about it because I'm waiting. What? Because I'm waiting for. It's the only Marvel movie we get next year. What are you doing? Are you ripping the chair?
So much quiet.
So Deadpool 3 is the only Marvel movie we have next year. I really don't want to go into it and be like, I know every single fucking person that's about to show up.
At the end of your thought?
I'm waiting for your response.
I thought there was more. It didn't sound like the end of a sentence.
It was the end of my sentence.
Okay.
Bitch.
Fucker. Nah, I didn't really think about it until he posted about it. I'm like, he's right. I kind of want to go in surprised.
It's the first movie where I'm like I deliberately don't want to know.
It's kind of my instinct to be like, what about it? What about what? Because they're so quiet about everything that I do kind of want to know something. But I do have to say, going into these movies, going, fuck, I know this happens and doing whatever, I kind of sit there tight and I'm like
excited,
waiting for it to happen. Yeah. It's not even excitement. It's just like in like Endgame or something. Like I heard a rumor that Tony was gonna die, so every time he got into a little bit of trouble, I'm like, fuck Tony, no. Yeah. And it was just like I waited to the end of the movie. I'm like, and here it is. And like I wasn't just like, oh no, Tony. I was like, there it is.
My mind was fucking blown. I don't remember hearing about. I remember it was a cliche that Tony was gonna die. Where we were like, yeah, it's fucking clear.
Well, yeah.
But I wasn't like, oh, I heard a leak. Where's it gonna happen?
Yeah.
The thing my connection to that is when Doctor Strange was coming out, I saw the leaked photos of Tom Cruise as Iron Man. Like it exists. Yeah. They just didn't fucking do it. I saw the photos.
Sure, was Photoshopped really well?
No, it was him like in the OCAP shit.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Okay.
Shit was cool. And then he never showed up. That's the only time I was like, man, I really should stop following these leaks so fucking hard.
Yeah, because I heard that in Endgame and everything, they did like 4 different endings to like prevent people from like spoiling it because Tom Holland can't fucking keep his mouth shut. Or like the Hulk when he was just like, everybody dies in this next one. And Don Cheadle was like, oh, and not one of us went, why did Don Cheadle react like that? We just went, oh man, the Hulk.
We were like, oh, clearly it's a joke or something.
Yeah. And he was just like, Don Cheadle was just like, what the fuck, man? And we were all just like, nah, man, Don, relax. Okay, this is devolving a little bit, so
I'm trying to find the leaked photo of him on set.
Yeah, I really want to get into it and make sure that I'm kind of going in having something to look forward to and be like, what's going to happen?
Exactly.
Rather than doing whatever.
Now is the part of the podcast. I'm not going to call it the devolve, but this is the part where it's less like, here's the main thing that we want people to click on. Now we're going to have a bit more fun.
Yeah.
What did you think of the Game Awards?
Baldur's Gate 3.
Finesse. Fucking stole everything.
Did I send you the meme today about Todd Howard?
No.
So, I don't know about you,
I don't.
But everybody else forgot that Starfield came out this year.
Yeah.
It didn't win a single fucking award.
Neither did Spider-Man 2.
And they kept cutting to Todd Howard in the crowd every time Baldur's Gate won an award. He's like,
I'm so proud of you guys.
It's just like, yeah, this is the first time I think I've made a game of my career that didn't win Game of the Year. It's like, yeah, Todd, because someone actually innovated rather than just coming out with the same fucking thing. Though I will say I do enjoy Starfield. I did not finish it, but it did give me the same vibe that Skyrim did, where good
vibe. Too much.
They're doing new stuff, but they're not
doing
evolving.
The new stuff it's new stuff in the exact same vein and cookie cutter situation as everything else.
And they said that the next Elder Scrolls is going to be his last game. I think it's time to step away now and make sure that the next one's fucking good.
Otherwise, you're gonna bankrupt your fucking company.
Yeah, Pete Hines already left. Step away, Todd.
You know what
you've been doing it since the 90s.
None of these things I care about, right? I didn't play Baldur's Gate 3 like you did. I don't care about a lot of these fucking games. Anyone's got snubbed. I think it's crazy that they completely just shit on the devs and we're like, you don't really get time to speak. We're gonna use ads and trailers and things. I understand all of that.
Yeah.
But the thing that matters the most to me is that we got a fucking teaser trailer for Dragon Ball Budokai Tenkaichi 4.
Don't talk to me about that.
Sparking Zero.
Isaiah has been talking to me about this game for 3 years.
Because it was
I
announced
don't
like
like
last year.
Fighting games, and now I'm going to have to play that.
Listen. Do you remember the Dragon Ball Budokai Tenkaichi games on PS2?
No, I never played it.
Never?
No.
It's 2D. Think 2D fighting game.
Okay.
Only
this just looks like Xenoverse.
It's similar but better. Xenoverse is probably the evolution step from Budokai Tenkaichi 3.
Yeah.
But this is an ideal situation we're all looking at. Think kind of fighting like that. Really nice art style, but now it's really smooth. But the biggest fucking point is the roster and the little things, right?
Xenoverse 2 has a lot of roster.
No. Xenoverse 2 has a roster. I saw it. Xenoverse 2 has a roster, and then there's basically an entire other roster, all of which you have to pay basically $10 per fucking character.
I share games with Isaiah, and he buys all of them, so I have everything.
Okay, so you're different. There's certain ones I have to deliberately be like, I'm not going to buy the Xenoverse 2 DLC because it's $20 and I don't care about
How
this
many
fucking
times you've
character.
beaten my ass with Ultra Instinct? It's so annoying.
It's so good.
It's
because
so
it's
annoying.
auto moves, and if you use it correctly, you
but
never
when
have
I
to do
use
anything.
it, it's fucking stupid. It
Well,
doesn't
because
work.
you don't know how to use your fucking stamina.
No, I don't.
No, see, because I have it. No, I don't. I sold my PS2. I can get us Budokai Tenkaichi 3. The roster is fucking crazy because it's crazy. It'll be like, here's Goku.
Yeah.
In the beginning, no Super Saiyan. Here's Goku in the middle. Goku Super Saiyan. He fights Frieza, whatever.
Yeah.
Goku End has everything. Goku like crazy shit. Like, people love this game. Stop doing that. People love this game so much, and this series of games, that they still play them deliberately and will mod new things into them.
Yeah.
This game, if it's good, will rule my life.
We gotta play them
for a little. 100%.
Okay.
Buy a fucking headset, and then we can play more.
It leaves a dent in my hair. I don't like it.
Okay, and
can
get over it.
Can I get like headphone? Can I connect my earbuds to the Xbox?
You can, yeah. Or you just get earbuds and plug them in or something. I don't care what it is, okay? But the thing that you fucking do where you sit on Xbox and you sit on the phone with someone and you can't hear the game, hate that. Hate it.
Well, I'm used to that because when I was
I know. It's because of Isaiah and you guys do it. And it's
no,
working.
I do it because when I was a kid, I could only have one headphone on at a time anyway. Because my parents were always screaming because my parents were always too lazy to like get up and do whatever, so they would scream at me.
Yell.
So I'd always have to like sound whore with like one headphone on, and I'm like, they're coming from that way. And everyone's like, no, they're not. Well, everything I hear is coming from that way. But
we will play this game.
So I know that we don't really talk about games much anymore, but this we have to, especially if we're touching on these. GTA 6.
I've completely fucking forgot.
Oh my god!
What a situation! I remember sitting. I was on the toilet, and I was looking at Instagram, and somebody was like, "The GTA 6 trailer leaked," and I was like, let me hop on Twitter. I don't use Twitter. X, whatever.
It's on YouTube. It's a video.
No. The leak. Before it went up automatically, right? It was the night before when they were like, "Oh, you guys gotta wait. We're gonna premiere it."
Oh yeah, the night before they put it up because they leaked
it.
Yes,
I was getting there. Let me finish my story. I was watching it, right? Somebody leaked it, and I was watching it with no sound, and it said "Buy Bitcoin" in bold letters right in the middle. And I was texting the group chat. I was like, "Do you guys want the leaked GTA 6 trailer before it goes up?" And Justin texted me. He's like, "No, I'm gonna wait." And he was one of the crazy 150,000 people sitting in the YouTube thing waiting for it. He was like, "Wait, it's starting." He's like,
at 9 a.m. the next day?
No. At like 9 p.m. that night, like right after.
I watched it at 6 on YouTube in
6 p.m.
Full H. Rockstar posted it at like 6
That's what
p.m.
I'm saying he was in the weight room of Rockstar, and he was like, "Guys, it's playing." He was like, "There's a timer going, but it's just playing. It's starting." Funny as fuck. This game, right? First of all, very little of that trailer is gameplay footage.
All of it is.
Really?
All of it.
There's no fucking way. It all looks like cutscenes.
Of it.
There's no way.
Oh, cutscenes in-game engine.
Cutscenes.
It's not like a Bethesda thing where they make it for like the trailer or whatever.
Yeah.
Like it's not a CGI. It's in-game. Some of it is actual gameplay footage. All of it is memes. And
yes.
What's so crazy to me is we're
demographic.
so spoiled with like graphics and everything. I saw that trailer come up and I turned like to Isaiah and I'm like, this game looks just like GTA 5 to me.
I wouldn't go that far.
And then he's like, "Are you fucking high?
Yeah.
Like this game looks incredible."
Do you know what Timmy and I did that night? We watched the GTA 6 trailer, then we went back and we watched the GTA 5 trailer, the launch one for 360.
Yeah.
Then we watched
that's not fair.
Then we watched the update one for the Xbox One. Then we watched the one for the Series X where they were like, "Hey, it's coming back one more time. You can pay for it again, please."
Yeah.
And then we watched 6. The fucking jump is so fucking crazy.
Okay, have you seen the things about the hair physics? The girl twerking on top of the car, everyone was looking at the ass. If you look at the hair, it's flawless. The physics are perfect. Their hair physics is what they showed off in every single clip in the trailer.
Yes.
And that's why I was lackluster about it. I didn't even realize it. It was so good, I didn't question things anymore.
You know what's crazy?
What?
I've never signed an NDA about this, so I can talk about this. I have a cousin.
I know this.
A cousin who works for Rockstar.
We talked
for like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
He told me, to which I relate to you, that they were working on GTA 6.
Yeah, and he was
and how hardcore. He was spot on. They were working on this when we talked about it. This was like 6 or 7 years ago.
Yeah.
This isn't one of those things where they're like
right before COVID, I think.
No.
Before?
Far like 2017.
Jesus.
Like this is one of those things where, you know, the biggest comparison in my life that I make is Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah.
Where we were like in 2012, I was like, they're working on Kingdom Hearts 3. They're doing it right now.
That when that came out?
And then in 2015, they were like, it is officially in development. Like that's when that shit started.
Yeah.
This is like, no, we're telling you it's in development. Here's a trailer, but we've been doing this for like fucking 8 years.
Yeah.
Like as long as GTA 5 has been getting updates, we have been working on the next one.
Well, because I remember when Red Dead 2 came out, speaking of which, I just re-downloaded it today.
Fuck that.
I never beat it, so I'm playing it now.
Yeah.
The like assistant head writer, like they fired him while I was at CCM, so like 2017 or right around there.
Uh-huh.
And they fired him, and that's when they were in like turmoil and everything, where they're like, we don't have a writer, we don't know what the fuck's going on, we have no idea. I'm like, oh my god, this game came out in 2013. It's 2017. They haven't even fucking started it.
Yeah.
They have no idea what they're going to do.
It doesn't come
and
out
then your cousin said,
another
like,
2
at least
years.
2024, 2025. If you could be, go give him a raise or something. He was spot
They
on.
let him go. They let him go in like 2020.
I'm going to ask for a job, damn it.
Yeah.
You told your cousin, we know. Get the fuck
No,
out.
but it was crazy because it was at like a Thanksgiving get together. I was like, do you think you can give me a copy of something? He was like, Red Dead 2's coming soon.
Was that before it was announced?
Yeah.
You didn't tell me that one.
Well, no, because I didn't give a shit.
I did.
It was 2017. Who cares?
I was sitting in my class in the. Can we?
Yeah.
Hold on. I was sitting in my This is when I wanted to be a game developer. I was sitting in my game development class on my phone, 3D modeling on a monitor, and just looking down, looking at the Red Dead trailer, just come on, like, oh my god, this is the greatest fucking thing ever. and then before that, when Fallout 4 got announced, it was like my senior year, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I was in history. It was towards the end of the year because it was E3.
I remember. I was in gym class.
I was in history, and I was looking at my phone. The teacher was way too young. No one respected him. He was like, can we get off the phone? I went, Fallout 4's trailer's coming out. Hold on. And
really?
everyone crowded around me, and we
shit.
all watched the trailer on my phone, and he paused class.
It was like, I guess this is fucking important for you degenerates.
He was like, I'm teaching. I'm like, you're waiting. This is good.
You know what's crazy is I feel so bad for teachers like that are not teachers that like suck, but teachers that are too young to like command a
He
classroom.
was a good teacher. Yeah, he just didn't have it.
I had this teacher. It's funny because I went on to have a minor in sociology regardless.
Yeah.
But my first social class I took junior year, and this poor teacher, she had to have been like 27, could not command a class or get them engaged to save her life. She was trying so hard. She would constantly do all these things to be like, look, I brought in stuff. Let's get some talking. And like Sean, our friend.
Holy shit. I forgot that was his last name.
Yes. Sean and I are sitting there in class every day. She's like, what do you guys think? And both of us are like,
Okay, anyway, GTA 6.
GTA 6 looks awesome. I feel so bad, right? Because I know there's all these people out there that are so hyped for GTA 6 and have lived so much life in the 10 years that GTA 5 has been around. I love shooters.
Yeah.
I love hero shooters.
What?
Minecraft, hero, Overwatch.
Oh,
hero
Hero.
shooter.
I thought you said Euro.
I can get I can get down with Minecraft a fuck ton.
Yeah.
A story game like an Assassin's Creed every now and then I could really delve into for a little bit.
Yeah.
Starfield I was hardcore into for maybe like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
GTA 6 is going to come out and there's all this hype and people are going to be freaking out and I'm just not going to be able to fucking dive 25, 40 hours in.
I'll make it
so
happen.
many other people. I can't
I'll make it happen.
because I'll get bored. I'll be like, this is cool. This is fun. And then you guys will be like, you want to do a mission? And I'll be like, no.
Well, I'm hoping that they do the same thing that they did last time, where the story mode comes out for a month, gives you time to beat it, and then online comes out, so you can just jump right in.
That'll be fun.
That's what I was so annoyed when they did it the first time, but looking back, that was the best thing to do
That's the
because
smartest
everyone
fucking thing
went
they could
through
do.
story, finished it, and then when online came out,
Got
everyone was
addicted
like,
to the
"I'm ready,
character.
let's go."
I got to tell you something. I've never played the GTA 5 story.
I 100%ed it.
So did everybody else.
No, I 100%ed it. All side quests, all collectibles. This fucking thing on the screen when you go to multiplayer and it says your story progression, 100%.
Have you ever gone outside and put your hand on the ground and touch grass?
You were the second person to ask me that this week.
This week?
Isaiah was just like, you. I'm like, I'm having a rough week, Isaiah. He's like, you want to go outside and touch some grass?
GTA 6 looks fucking wild.
Yeah.
So now, the last thing we're going to talk
We
about.
got more.
Yeah.
You guys are having a good episode here.
You're having a great episode, even though we're like an hour in.
That's
having
it?
a good time. So far, yeah. My neck fucking hurts. I don't know what I did.
My back hurts. It's still fucking cold. This chair is not helping.
No, not at all. The last thing we're going to talk about, loosely, not like super intensely. We're just going to talk about one Christmas movie.
Loosey-goosey.
First things first. We did it in the beginning, but we're going to do like a genuine thing right now. Congratulations on 500 subs. We had no idea. 500 subscribers to a lot of people seems like almost nothing because so many people have their eyes on the million. To us, right from the jump, we don't talk about it.
Yeah.
But Matt and I doing the Anything Bowl for the good year before you came back was like not bad, but it was a standstill.
Yeah.
It was we peaked at like 35 subs. We were getting like a couple hundred views on shorts, and like every now and then we get like 1,000 or a couple thousand. Almost nothing. And it feels like the fucking progression from June to now of now we went from like 3,000 was like our highest viewed thing, and now it's like 8, 9.
I think
10,
you guys had
11.
like just under 200 when I came back.
When you came back, it was the 100 subscriber special.
Was it?
That was June, yes.
Oh, wow.
And now we're at 5. Right. So
But I thought, in my mind, you guys were taking off. And I'm like, they hit that marker. It's going to start going higher and higher from here. We're going to have 500 by August. And like, this is a really big milestone for us because like, if we didn't...
It's a huge fucking
If we didn't get to 500 now, like my idea of the podcast would start wavering and everything. Like I made a deal, like if we don't get to 1,000 by like the next year when I first started, like I don't know if I can do this anymore because it's just a lot of effort to put in for nothing.
It's a fucking ton of effort. It takes so much. And right, it's the thing that sucks is that the section of content that we focus on right now is short form content, which understandably we dug ourselves the hole.
Yeah.
People don't necessarily subscribe to that. The views are there, the likes are there, but nobody wants to go subscribe to that podcast for the 10 seconds they said about me. But we've been doing like 200,000 views in 90 days for a 500 sub podcast.
Yeah.
500,000 this year.
That's really good.
That's fucking great.
I love that.
I fucking love to hear that. We hit 500,000 views. That's another big one. I think it's 500 in total. It's like 490 or 495, whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's fucking stellar. The thing that still bums me out is that the main episodes, it's still like a hit or miss kind of week thing where sometimes it's like 100 views, sometimes it's like 6. But everything else, it's consistently, it's like shorts, like it's more of an outlier to have something do less than 1,000 to have something do over 1,000. And our consistency now is like 2, 3, 4, 5. The killer last week doesn't make any fuck. It did almost 9K.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
The algorithm really liked what we had to say.
Yeah.
I don't fucking understand it. That's a little Anything Bowl check-in.
Yeah, no, this is really big because it allows us to keep continuing.
Exactly. And then it's like your watch time's not high enough. We can't have people partner with you, whatever. That doesn't make any sense. Even
But we're halfway there.
Watch time's pretty fucking high. It doesn't matter.
We're halfway to making money. And the hard part was 0 to 500. 500 to 1,000 should theoretically be easier.
I mean, we're at 510 now. It's been a couple days. It's like, what does that even mean?
Yeah.
No. See, most people go like this. You just
I'm a hockey fan, so I'm picturing I have a towel in my hand, so I'm just going.
Oh, it didn't look like that.
All of you, come on.
You want to hear about my smart ring?
And that's been the Anything Bowl.
Look, I got an Aura ring. It's cool. I wanted to tell you about it, but now we're too fucking buzzed and tired.
You can just talk to me as a person. It doesn't belong in the podcast.
Brendan, I got it.
You're driving home, right?
No, I'm fine. It's a couple beers. My neck fucking hurts.
My back is so much better than it was this morning.
Painkillers.
Oh my, hold on. So this is gonna go on the podcast. I don't give a fuck. I have a dislocated disc in my back right now.
I'm very nervous as to where this is going because it's not very often that you start a conversation with this is going in. I don't fucking care what you say.
I have a dislocated disc in my back, so like moving around is like really hard right now. And the other day, it was someone's birthday at my office, so they brought in a bunch of brownies, and I'm sitting there on a table that's far too low for my height because I'm 6'1", and it's like a 3-foot tall table. And I'm sitting there leaning forward, and the disc shifts as I'm opening it, and I go, fuck, I can't move. And then I go, I'm just gonna Go sit down at my desk. And I'm like, this isn't getting better. This isn't getting better. I'm like, I have to go take a shit. I lean down a little bit to unbutton my pants and it locks up even more.
Oh my God.
I latch on to the top of the stall in pain and I can't fucking move. And I'm like, and I'm like, I have to let go because if someone walks in, I cannot explain this. I cannot just be holding on to the top of a stall. So I had to let go. And luckily I was in the handicap stall. And so they got the bar on the side and I sat there and I just plopped down and I got there and I'm sitting there and I'm like, I'm still in so much pain. I can't breathe. I was sitting there just thinking about texting my manager saying, I'm going to have to take the rest of the day off because I can't get off this fucking toilet.
You were fucked.
Yeah, but I just sat there for a little bit longer, and the pain just subsided, and I manned up and just got up, and I sat down in my chair, and it was like 2 hours left in the day, and I'm like, I'll just push through, it's fine,
Yeah.
And I made it. But like, I was really like, I'm stuck on a toilet at work. What do I do?
I mean, I don't know necessarily where you're coming from. I herniated 2 discs almost 2.5 years ago.
Yeah,
So I know like the horrific pain where you really like can't get away from it kind of feeling.
yeah,
But I don't know exactly what you're feeling.
yeah.
But the shit is because it hurts. Feels like you can't escape it.
It's hard to breathe because it's so fucking intense.
Is it in your thoracic or is it in your lower back?
lower back? Yep.
You're gonna have to get surgery.
It was the day I hurt myself with you at the gym. It's the same injury.
No.
It's the same injury.
Do not blame me.
I blame you
for
for
your
it.
misdeeds.
I've had sciatic problems for over a year now.
Yeah.
But that really set it off. And now bending down, it's right where that happened.
Is it because you were Zerker squatting?
Mm-hmm. I don't know what the fuck that means.
The squat where you're holding in the front. Yeah.
No, I tried to describe that to him, and like I went down on the first rep and went, and I'm like, that's kind of isolated. I'm gonna finish this set, and then I did 2 more sets, and we did all legs and squats that day.
Did. Yep.
And I'm just sitting there, just like, oh, and I haven't been to the gym in over 2 months now.
Really?
Because of that day.
No, I don't take blame for this. So it's crazy because you dislocated a disc, and now you can't do anything. And I herniated 2 discs, and now I benched 225 the other day, and I'm Zerker squatting plates. So
I can't bend down to take a shit.
Making me laugh hard. And with that, I'm gonna end the episode. I really appreciate anyone who listens this far
Gets
in.
this far and actually
because
watches
it's literally it's like right, if you look at the hour breakdown, right, the first 20 minutes are diehard like content.
It's just media podcast and then dumb shit podcast, and it's 2 very different episodes.
It's 20 minutes of just like content. We need to fuck with the algorithm. Then it's 20 minutes of we're vibing, we're doing good. We're still talking about the content, but it's pretty good.
Yeah.
The next 20 minutes are like things are slowly falling apart. And if we happen to go over an hour, it's just like random shit thrown at the wall. We're clearly a little drunk. We can't stop laughing. Brendan says something racist. and then one of us eventually goes, I guess we should end the podcast here. So, shout out to anybody who fucking stays this deep.
We appreciate you.
I put on the video the other day, like at a certain point, if you listen to it, put a comment or a review in, and I'll give you a piece of candy.
Has anyone answered?
No, of course not. Do you want a piece of candy? If you're listening, leave a
You sound like a pedophile.
leave a review that says, I'd like a piece of candy,
Let me in
please.
your van, and we'll give you a piece of candy. Let's meet at a pet shop.
Are you 12?
It could be. Okay, end it. This is going to get so bad so quick.
It's so bad. I'm a 40-year-old woman. Are you 12 years old? Brendan.
I'm 40, but I only fuck 12-year-olds.
It's not a kink, it's a sexual
I'm
preference.
on a list now.
You?
Just for saying that on the internet, I'm just immediately on a list.
The FBI's like...
Fucks 12.
Put him on the fucks 12-year-old list, please.
Oh, I really hope this podcast takes off, because if this gets big and then this shit comes
About you fucking 12-year-olds?
just so like the thing in my mind is like my favorite podcast is Two Bears, One Cave, and there's always those viral clips of Bert Kreischer doing something fucking stupid,
Yeah.
and then just laughter for like 2 straight minutes, and it goes viral, and that's what I want for this.
Like him talking about how he drinks a gallon of Kool-Aid?
Yeah. Or about the time, did you see the thing with the teacup? It's not sexual. I swear to God.
No, we're done. Okay.
He drinks out of Hitler's teacup
I saw that.
as a birthday gift.
Fuck yeah.
That's where I want us to be. One day get me Hitler's teacup.
I mean, look at this. Ready? Green screen, turn off. Welcome to the set.
Ah.
And it's back. Brendan,
Yeah.
tell me what we did last week. What did we talk about?
Talked a lot about Godzilla and monkeys.
Which one? Tell me all of them.
All
Come on.
of them.
Which one did we talk about?
Godzilla Kong, Godzilla 2, King of the Monsters, Godzilla, fuck.
Versus Kong.
Yeah.
Monarch, Legacy of Monsters. We got really mad at Disney for a minute. Then we talked about where we think the MonsterVerse is going to go.
Fuck you, Bobby.
Then we randomly railed about trailers, including The Boys, Fallout, Halo, and others. Then, for some reason, for about 5 minutes, we talked about Fortnite.
Why do we do this? If someone's made it this long, they've clearly watched last week's.
Well, maybe they didn't. Maybe me saying we talked about Fortnite for 5 minutes has them go, yeah, I want to see what they said.
I don't remember it.
It really is just like a fucking moment in the past. What time is it?
And
Like
this
10
has been the
o'clock.
Anything Bowl, where anything goes.
Folks, have a good night. Make sure to watch every Wednesday, like, comment, and subscribe. My name is Miguel.
I'm Brendan.
And, well, that was backwards. Good night.